Good morning, degenerates, and welcome to another episode of Boring Crypto IO, place where I read you the boring crypto news every morning, Monday through Friday, just so you don't have to. My name is Not Important, and as always, I am your host. Let's go. Binance and CEO CZ ask court to dismiss SEC suit. They fire back. Bitcoin ETFs or not? Don't expect a sexy crypto bull run. Concordium founder. A little bearish sentiment, maybe. Let's see what's going on. Again, if you're new to the channel, or if you've been here for a while, I've been saying this for quite some time. It's really hard for me to believe that we're not going to have a good bull cycle, which is interesting because there's a lot of channels out there right now, and a lot of, I don't know, I wouldn't say experts in the space, but people that consider themselves experts in the space. I don't consider myself an expert by any stretch or form. But there's a lot of people that consider themselves experts that are just putting out a lot of lackluster, very conservative predictions for what the next bull cycle might look like. And I'm seeing all the things adding up, and I'm going, how? It doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't. I don't know if they're trying to be conservative because they don't want people to get hurt, which makes sense. That's the only thing that would make sense to me. They don't want to see people expecting something that never comes, right? You know, we all kind of hoped and thought that potentially Bitcoin could get to 300K at the start of the last cycle, and it just never even got close, right? So the only thing that would make sense to me is that there's the people out there that are making these very, very low, very conservative predictions on the next cycle is because they're trying to not set people up for failure this time, which is fair. I'm not mad at that. But again, I'm looking at all the stuff coming in, from ETFs to large corporations getting involved, large hedge funds getting involved, countries getting involved. It's hard for me to believe that with all that going on, more than we've ever had before, that we're just gonna get a crap out bull cycle. So I don't know. Anyway, on to the market, guys. Current market cap sitting right now at 1.05 trillion. Current Bitcoin DOM sitting at 49.2%. ETH DOM's 18.2, and Gwei is down. 8 Gwei will get you an ETH transaction. Go buy those worthless NFTs. I'm joking. I forgot who it was, but someone came out with an article yesterday saying that basically all NFTs are worthless at this point. Fear and Greed, guys, sitting down from 42 yesterday. We were sitting at 39 now. Fear and Greed index. Yeah, we had a bit of a dip. We will talk about that, especially where I left you guys yesterday. The support range that we were hoping would hold did not. So we'll get into that here shortly. Let's look at the top 100. Probably be a little bit in the red. Not much going on. XRP still holding up 1.28% on the day. Looking better than most of the charts, honestly. But 50 is like 50 cents for XRP is like the XRP stable coin area. Which is not bad if you're buying around 30, 35. All right, moving on. Litecoin slightly ticking up still. Stellar kind of ticking up. Cosmos still down 4.15% to the downside. Yeah, as much as I want to say it looks like a red, it's kind of a sideways day from what I'm looking at the these percentages. And it's a mix of slightly green, slightly red. ApeCoin finally showing some green. Got 3.35 from Ape. Curve Dow still ticking up from its FUD. We got 5.8 for Curve. Terra Classic. Oh my God, the stuff that people throw money at. 8.8 for LUNC. And we got Zilliqa with a 9.64% to the upside, 11.52 on the week. It's nice looking rounded bottom. Could do well. All right, guys. Bitcoin. I'm clearly not awake yet. Still, I feel like I'm moving through molasses. I apologize. Okay. When I left you guys yesterday, we were on this second candle that broke down, but we were sitting above and just touching this 26,635 level that was originally resistance, flipped, became support, and was looking like support, was looking strong, but then we dipped again. But we ran damn near down to 26,315 and bounced hard. So that's cool. That's good. That's bullish. But then we beat our heads on this and it flipped into resistance again. But then we got this range just right in here is like a range with inside of this purple box. It's starting to look like just it's going to be the next range. I think while looking at this and talking to you guys, this next level up between 26,315 and 26,635 could potentially look like this for the next few weeks. Right? Because, I mean, this right here could look just like this. And then we're going to keep ranging. We're going to rip and range, rip and range. Just be prepared for it. Outside of that, guys, we are still in this purple box, which I told you is just nonsense, no man's land. There's nothing going on in this box. So, without wasting too much of your time, I'm going to repeat something I've been repeating every day since we've been in these ranges. I'm reading their news real quick, guys. Give me just a second. Okay. I'm just going to blow up the ranges and we're going to move on to the news. Guys, if we can't flip, at least flip 27.3 into support. Don't expect us to go any higher. Outside of that, I'm looking at 27.594. I'm looking at my big go-to for bullish sentiment is 27.981, or I always say call it just 28 because it's probably the psychological level that people are looking at. If we don't flip 28 into support, I don't expect any bullish momentum until that happens. But those are the levels I'm looking at. You know what my downside levels are. If we lose 26.3, hope for 25.8 to catch. Hope for 25.6 to catch. If that doesn't, right here, 25. Okay. Just be prepared for this stuff, right? Looking at a chart right now, it doesn't look strong. We're sitting below support. We're heading back down to the downside off this little mini rollover, right? But always be prepared. Prepared for it to go up, prepared for it to go down. Right now, it's looking like it's going to go down. I could be wrong, though. But if it does go up, those are levels I'm looking at. If it goes down, this is where I'm looking to get hung up at and hopefully get a bounce. The only reason why I'm telling you these, and I'm not openly swing trading or anything like that right now, guys, as well as I'm not a financial advice, or this isn't financial advice, or I'm a financial advisor. I tell you guys these levels because if you're looking to swing trade, look for areas to open along. Open along. Open along, right? If it runs up and we start losing volume, it starts getting weak, look for a place to open a short. Another place to open a short. If we beat our heads on these things, look for another place to open a short. Right? Stop losses in place at all times, though, guys. Be smart about it if you're swing trading, especially if you're working with leverage. Do not get liquidated. It's completely unnecessary. Don't over leverage and have stops in place. It's pretty simple. And don't be afraid to hit the sell button. In all reality, nobody ever went broke taking profit. All right? Okay. Let's get on the news, get you guys out of here so you can go enjoy your weekend. Binance, the CEO of CZ, asked court to dismiss SEC suit. Binance Holdings Binance Holdings, its U.S. counterpart, and CEO CZ have filed motions to seek dismissal of a lawsuit against them by the SEC. Binance CEO CZ and his cryptocurrency exchange have filed a joint motion to dismiss the United States Securities Exchange Commission lawsuit against them, according to a September 21st filing in the United States District Court for the District of Columbia. God, those things are a mouthful. Both Binance Holdings and Zhao claim that the SEC has overstepped its authority in the lawsuit against them. In a 60-page petition, lawyers for Binance and CZ accuse the SEC of failing to introduce clear guidelines for the sector ahead of its lawsuit against the crypto exchange, and as a result had imposed its regulatory authority over the crypto sector retroactively, which we all agree with. The SEC pursues these novel theories retroactively, seeking to impose liability for sales of crypto assets that occurred as far back as July of 2017, before the SEC provided any public guidance concerning cryptocurrency. It's clear that the SEC lawsuit has no foundation in the currently enacted securities laws. Lawyers for Binance also asserted that the regulator fundamentally misinterprets securities laws and their application to crypto assets. In attempting to claim regulatory power over the crypto industry, the SEC distorts the text of securities laws, read the filing. In addition to Binance and CZ's petition, the American outfit of the crypto exchange, Binance US, legally known as BAM Trading Services, also reportedly sought the dismissal of charges in a separate 56-page filing made on the same day. The SEC sued Binance and its affiliates on June 5th, pressing charges claiming Binance offers the sale of unregistered securities and operates illegally in the United States. Okay, which ones are the securities then? Tell us. Come on, SEC, which ones did Binance sell that are securities? Because you haven't proven that any of them are securities. You just make allegations that they're securities. It's so dumb. The SEC moves against Binance. The SEC's move against Binance came 3 months after the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, CFTC, also sued Binance for failing to register with it and for breaking many of its guidelines. Trading activity on Binance US has been hit hard by the ongoing regulatory action against the exchange, with daily trading volume slumping more than 98% from September of 2022. On September 13th, Binance US laid off 30% of its remaining workforce, with its president and CEO Brian Schroeder also departing. Okay, here's the thing about this. They keep talking about this. I got an honest question. If you are watching this channel right now, are you using Binance US? Trust me when I say, no one I know in this space that I've talked to one-on-one trades through Binance US. So who cares? I think they're look. I think they're getting rid of their US arm anyways because nobody uses it. I don't. Nor does anyone else I know. Are you using Binance US? Comments down below if you are watching. All right, last but not least, Bitcoin ETFs or not, don't expect a sexy crypto bull run. Concordium founder. Experts remain divided on when the next bull market is set to kick off, but they all agree on one thing: next big rally won't look like the last one. We'll see. I always find it interesting when people are so set in their ways, like they know. I know for a fact it's not going to be this, or it is going to be that, or it isn't going to be that. This, that, or the other. Ain't no one got a crystal ball. Ain't no one know the future. Just something to think about. All right, next crypto bull run will look nothing like the last one, which wasn't even like a great one. By the way, they make it sound like it was this giant fucking crazy bull run. And investors should tame their expectations of an imminent rocketing of cryptocurrency prices. At least that's what Lars Sear Christensen, founder of enterprise blockchain Concordium, told Cointelegraph in a recent interview. As the majority of the crypto market looks to the swath of proposed spot Bitcoin ETFs with bullishness, Christensen is doubtful their approval will be an immediately meaningful driver for the crypto markets. even if you do get a Bitcoin rally, I don't think you should naturally assume that everything is going to rally with it. Does that necessarily mean that Ethereum and a lot of older altcoins are going to rally on the back of it too? I think that's nearly certain not going to happen, he added. Okay, which I find is interesting because while reading this, dude sounds like a Bitcoin maxi. Everyone says this, that it's a Bitcoin maxi. Oh, blah, blah is not going to outperform, blah, blah, blah. Everything has always not everything. That's the majority of crypto will outperform Bitcoin. It's just a simple fundamental of money moving money. It takes too much money to move the price action of Bitcoin. It's that simple. The market cap's too big. So rewards, for if you're looking at ROI, risk reward, very little risk for very little reward. That's Bitcoin. I hope that makes sense. Literally trading DEX tokens or on-chain tokens, whatever you want to call it, like watching these things pump 300% in a couple of days. You really think if the market flips bullish and none of those, come on, man, those things are gonna move just based on Bitcoin alone. Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm really getting sidetracked and way off the rails. Christensen said that while digital asset prices have dampened over the last 18 months, in contrast, there's an unabated interest in blockchain technology from the corporate side. This means that the next big step for the industry won't be marked by a particularly quote-unquote sexy rally where the prices of crypto assets surge like they did in 2021, but rather a more subdued growth that will occur gradually over the next 18 months, noting the only reason corporate types need a crypto asset is in order to execute what they want to do on a given blockchain. So I think it's very clear that you need to be aware that they're not in desperate need for a given crypto to increase significantly value. Not everyone would be inclined to agree with Christensen, however. Ben Simpson, founder of crypto education platform Collective Shift, said that there's a wealth of data and indicators that suggest that we're already witnessing the initial stages of a Bitcoin bull market. The drawdown from the all-time high chart and market value to realized value ratio suggests we're in the final stages of accumulation, often a precursor of a bull market, explained Simpson. When it comes to the assets most primed for a major boom, Simpson believes that the next bull market will blow wind into the sails of Bitcoin, ETH, and application-specific tokens and sectors such as gaming. I completely agree, but it usually works that way. We had DeFi gaming. Well, we had gaming, we had DeFi, we had NFTs as some of the biggest narratives that moved last cycle. And I think that's going to be similar this time. I don't know why it would change. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. DeFi tokens are risky but offer significant upside, and Bitcoin, I believe, emerges as a silent winner amid a broader adoption and what I'm most bullish on, which is interesting too. I mean, these guys, even this guy's bullish on the market as a whole, but he still brings up Bitcoin. These guys, they sound like maxis, dude. I don't know what to say. And that's fine. I don't think Bitcoin's going to rocket to $1 million. I don't think it's going to rocket to 500. I think anywhere from 2 to 300 is a very, very safe bet. And I could be wrong. There's people that don't even think it's going to get to 100K this next time, which I find really hard to believe. Really hard to believe. But we'll see. I could be wrong. But I think anywhere between... Look, I'll be even more conservative. I think anywhere between 175 to 275 is a very safe bet. And literally, I'm pulling those numbers out of my ass just based on human sentiment, right? I'm not like using any really crazy on-chain data or anything like that. I'm just knowing how humans work when retail floods in at the last minute, especially with people are like, okay, let me say it this way. People are looking at the downturn of the economy right now like it's a bad thing. And it's going to heavily affect Bitcoin and make it bad. And so it won't get higher. I disagree. People like lottery tickets, right? Why do you think meme coins pop off so hard? Why do you think NFTs popped off so hard? People like the idea of throwing bullshit money at something and hoping that it goes up, as opposed to taking the time to either A, learn how to trade, or B, learn how to dive into fundamentals. They like to just throw shit at things and cross their fingers. So, my opinion, if the economy gets bad and people are looking for a way to get ahead, people like to take risk. And if the market starts to show bullish sentiment while the rest of the economy is downturning, my brain goes, yes, will people be clutching their cash to an extent? Yeah. But the retail market, unfortunately, which is usually the people who lose in this, will turn to something to try and get them out of their hole. And I think that could be the push, the blow off top. I hope that made sense. I'm kind of rambling, but I'm hoping that there is a point I'm trying to make. People buying lottery tickets, and they'll be looking to crypto as a potential lottery ticket to get them out of the basically the recession hole. The last 2 year period has been tough for crypto industry. An increasingly hawkish Federal Reserve, combined with a number of high price collapses, including the likes of FTX and Celsius Network, have seen investment in the industry dwindle, bringing down the prices of crypto assets along with it, with the United States Federal Reserve deciding to press pause on any interest rate hikes earlier in the week. eToro Markets analyst Josh Gilbert views the broader macro outlook with a sense of optimism. We finally got an improving macro environment with rate cuts on the horizon from central banks globally. As rates begin to fall and inflation subsides, investors will take on more risk, deploying more capital into financial markets, and crypto will be front and center, he said. Like many market commentators, the recent months, Gilbert asserted that next year looks primed for a rally. 2024 could be a strong year for Bitcoin and the broader crypto market. The Bitcoin halving is the centerpiece of this theory, and its major catalyst, the major catalyst optimistic investors are focused on. However, Tina Tang, a market analyst from CMC Markets, explained that it's far too early to start worrying about whether or not massive gains are on the horizon. Instead, investors should be bracing themselves for a new wave of uncertainty. It's too early to say that it's the start of the bull market in crypto. That would depend on macro environment and hinge on whether or not central banks are willing to end their rate hike cycles to provide enough liquidity to the market, said Tang, adding, tightening monetary policies behind the decline in riskier asset classes such as startups, small caps, and cryptocurrencies. In history, the cryptocurrency market's boom happened during the Fed's rate cut cycle, but not a hiking cycle. The rampant government bond yields and inverted bond yields repeatedly flash warning signals for economic uncertainty ahead. Tang said that for an imminent bull market thesis to be validated, Bitcoin needs to break through the 50-day moving average and catch a ride on another surge upward. The only reason why that would make sense is if the only people that are getting into Bitcoin and crypto were strictly TA investors, and that's not the case. People here, this is just what I look at and what I would base off of my opinions. We have blow off tops. We have giant runs because retail people flood into the market and have every bull cycle. When the news starts talking about it, when every article you see, every mainstream media, when influencers start shilling their shit coins, right? Everybody's looking for a lottery ticket. That's when we have these blow off tops, and nobody in this article is talking about that. All they're focusing on is TradFi stuff, traditional finance people, hedge funds, asset managers, fund managers, things like that, traditional traders. They're not really focusing on retail, which is what creates that blow off top. I don't know. Something to think about. It's weird. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we don't get past 69 again. That would suck. I would be very disappointed. But guys, that's all I've got for you on this Friday. Let's look at Bitcoin one last time. Sitting right on that line. 26,633, which my support / resistance line is at 26,635. We are sitting right there, y'all. We need that bounce if we're going to go back to the upside. Anyway, per usual, guys, if you do enjoy the content I provide for you here every morning on Boring Crypto IO, all the rambling, all the nonsense, all the slurring of my words, if you do enjoy it, please, by all means, subscribe to the channel. Turn on the bell for notifications, watch the videos, please share the videos on all your social platforms, and above all, if you want to help me, if you want to help crypto, if you want to help the channel, help us as a community grow, please like the videos. Like them all. Just blow through them and like them. Please. I'll see you guys bright and early Monday morning. I am out of here.